Nobody wins when the family feels.
Good evening and thank you for joining us tonight. The family of a Pensacola teenager who was murdered last week is now pleading for your help. 2 suspects are now behind bars, but 1 teenager is still on the loose.
Channel 3's Renee Beninati is live in the studio with much more. Renee.
Family members tell us Abel Cain was known for his compassion, but they believe his willingness to help others may have landed him at the wrong place at the wrong time.
He made me so proud, though. I was so proud to be his father.
Bradford Cain is talking about his only child, Abel.
And when this young boy came into my life, and I held him in my arms the first time, it changed my life.
The 18-year-old was months away from being a senior at Pine Forest High School. Abel loved the ocean and dreamed of being an electrician, just like his father. But last week, the teen was shot and killed in Pensacola.
My son was a good kid. He didn't deserve this. And it hurts. It does. That I won't be able to hear "I love you, Dad" anymore.
Abel's grandmother says her last moments spent with him were at her birthday dinner that night. Afterwards, Abel picked up a friend at this apartment complex. She believes the 3 suspects were after Abel's friend when he was shot and killed.
In his act of kindness to give someone a ride, he was murdered. And it's so unfair.
Family and friends honored Abel's life this week with these messages on Graffiti Bridge.
We'll never see another holiday with him. We'll never see him get married or have children. When you think about those things, it's a great loss.
Escambia County deputies have arrested the 2 juveniles they believe were involved in the murder, Vincent Winchester and Kalijah Watson. But authorities say their 3rd suspect, Demetrius Caesar, is still on the loose. They're asking for your help.
I'm begging you, if you know where this last person is that had to do with my son's murder, do the right thing. Turn him in. We need justice for Abel.
I have one more question before I go into this. Do all of us have to go down?
That's only something you can tell me. Because right now we charge everybody. You know what I'm saying?
The reason I asked that, because Demetrius Caesar, that's my cousin. And
Your family?
Yeah, he really had no involvement in it, so this how it went.
Family, I know you guys see the time on this video, so as you guys can see, we have a lot to look at. So I won't waste too much time with talking to you guys today. But this young man you guys see getting uncuffed to sit into an interrogation room, that would be the last time he get to choose what outfit he want to wear. He's 16 at that moment. As of today, he's 22. But let's go back to that date, 6/28/2018. Only 7 days before then, he was just released after doing 11 months for carjacking at the age of 15. Fast forward, he's about to talk to detectives about an M1 that would send him to prison 5 years later for more than double the amount of years he spent on this earth. But that's not it, family. At 16 years old, before we even discuss the entirety of the story and the scenario, this man, after hearing his cousin was involved, who was older and an adult, decided to tell detectives everything they wanted to know, blame it on himself to attempt to let his older cousin walk free. So before we get into this one, remember family, I don't give you no angle, I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We're gonna jump right to it. It's been over 5 years after 18-year-old Abe Cain was gunned down in an attempt robbery in Oakwood Terrace. May he rest in peace. I love condolences to his family. A judge gave the teen who was held responsible for pulling the trigger 50 years in state prison. Family, meet Vincent Winchester. As we mentioned, he was 16 years old on June 27, 2018 when he shot and took the life of Cain. Now 22 years old, will stay in prison for at least 25 years, up to a maximum of 50 after a jury had convicted him of second-degree murder. Now 3 people was later arrested for this crime. Kalijah Watson, 17, Vincent Winchester was 16, and the oldest, Demetrius Caesar, Vincent's older cousin. Kalijah took a plea deal and was later sentenced to 25 years. Demetrius may have really had gotten away based on his younger cousin's statement, even though he was later arrested. Apparently, they wanted to swap out firearms but they wanted to rob someone instead. It's a whole web of confusion. But this is what Vincent had to say on the night he was arrested.
Hey Vincent.
How you doing?
Good, how are you doing? I'm Investigator Knotts. This is Sergeant Coxwell.
Nice to meet you.
You too. I wasn't there when you were picked up, but I think you kind of have a gist of what's going on here and what you're here for. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and read this to you. If you have any questions for me, stop me and we'll go over it, okay? This says that you have the right to remain silent. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Anything you say can be used as evidence against you in court. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
You have the right to have a lawyer present while being questioned. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer will be appointed for you without cost before questioning. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you wish to answer questions now without a lawyer present, you'll still have the right to stop answering questions at any time. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. This right here says that I've read the statement of my rights shown above and I understand what my rights are. No promises or threats have been made to me and no pressure of any kind has been used against me. Do you have any questions for me?
No, ma'am.
Okay. If you understand everything that we went over in this and you don't have any questions, you can sign right there. All right, Mr. Winchester. I don't know how much they explained to you today. What exactly did they tell you about what you're here for?
My sister said something about a homicide.
Okay. That is true. That's what you're here for. I'm not going to beat around the bush with it, okay? I'm going to be quite honest with you. I've been working going on now almost 24 hours and I haven't slept, okay? So I'm expecting to be straight up with you and I'm expecting to get that in return, okay? Otherwise, I'm going to get up and I'm going to walk out, okay? Because I don't have time for it. So the best thing that you can do at this point is to be completely 100% honest because that's only going to help your situation, okay? And if you were to sit here today and say, I don't know nothing about nothing or whatever the case, it's only going to hurt you because everything that we've got so far, just almost 24 hours into it, it's only going to get worse. Okay, so this is your chance to say, here's the story, this is how it happened, and you can get your side of it out there so that it's not somebody else trying to pin it all on you. You see what I'm saying?
I don't even feel nobody. That's all I really can say.
Well, we know that it wasn't intentional. We can put you there. I mean, that's the white guy that survived. I mean, I already identified you. What you didn't know is y'all went to school together. He recognized you. So there ain't no ifs, ands, or buts if we have the right person. We do have the right person, but I don't think he went there with the intention to kill the guy. I think that shit just went sideways and went sour, and it didn't mean to happen. But to sit there and say that I wasn't there, that shit ain't gonna fly. I mean, it ain't gonna work. And what's gonna happen is if you go down that route, you're gonna sit up there on the stand when this goes to trial in about 2 years, and they're gonna look at you and think, man, that dude is cold-blooded, hardcore, has no remorse for what he's done. I'm not telling you what you need to do, but I think a little remorse and sorry for your actions goes a long way for what may have occurred or may not have occurred. But ain't no saying that you weren't there, because we know Demetrius Caesar was the other one that was there with you. We know who set it up, whose phone was used, who the go-between with the white boy was. I mean, we're already running all the way down. We got the cameras from Oakwood. We got y'all leaving out on the bicycles. Ain't a question of who did it. The question is, why did it happen? Well, it's up to you, bro. I mean, you know, I know from everything that I just told you, you know, we own it.
I've been going through this a year straight. This ain't nothing.
I understand. I understand. But you're 16 years old. You're facing life in prison. This ain't no bullshit stuff. You're charged as an adult.
That's what I was charged for the first time.
Okay. But you don't have a bunch of people that know you in that case.
I was positively identified.
Huh?
I was positively identified.
Okay.
On
We
an armed robbery.
Okay.
That
up to
ended
you.
up getting dropped down to trespassing in the conveyance.
We're talking about somebody that lost their life. We're talking about video cameras. We're talking about a boy that was there with you. Okay. That knows you. And this is the whole thing that's going to happen. You're going to jail today. This ain't no thing. You were charged with murder. Okay. Demetrius, he's going to get that same chair that you got right there. He's going to come in here and tell his story. I'd rather you tell your story for you instead of us having to tell it for you. Because Demetrius, he ain't the one with the gun. Demetrius, he going to get on that bus and he going to get the front row seat. You know what I mean? I'm sure that's what your other boy is going to do too. When I say that, that's the other one that's sitting in jail over there right now charged with murder.
What you want me to say?
It's up to you. I ain't gonna beg you to tell your side of the story. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, if it's an accident, throw it out there. If you didn't mean to this happen, let's hear it.
So what did I do?
You killed Abel Cain.
Okay.
We'll see the picture. I mean, he dead. It'll probably be something you ain't never seen in your life. The way that boy's almost cut in half where they're trying to save his life on that hospital table. He died a horrible death. There ain't no doubt about it. And to me, it was... I mean, I know you didn't go there intentionally to kill that boy. I mean, I know he's trying to smash out of there. Y'all were just going to try to hit a lick. Supposed to trade guns, but that wasn't the plan. The plan was to take their shit. And
That wasn't the plan.
well, that's why we're talking to you, so you can tell your side of the story, because you got two other people that are telling it differently. Well, actually more than that. You got the white guy that was in the driver's seat that his brother got killed, that he went to school with you. He knows you, because y'all went to Clover or Glover, whatever middle school shit y'all went to for, I guess, bad kids or whatever. Camelot, whatever. So you got him, and you got Craig Chambliss, that's friends with y'all, knows y'all, doesn't knowing y'all. He's sitting over in jail right now charged with murder. Okay? Not Craig. Who's sitting over there?
Fucking Dooney.
Dooney. Dooney's sitting in jail over there. Elijah Watson. So Elijah coming in here. Well, you know, they wanted to use my phone. They wanted me to text that boy to come over here. He had a gun. They were going to trade guns, but I didn't want to go over there with them. So Demetrius and Vincent go over there I hear the gunshots, 2 or 3 gunshots, and they come back around there. I get my phone back from them. Text messages going back and forth between everybody. We got his phone. I understand. You got a phone that doesn't have cell service. You got to hook it up to Wi-Fi to get anything, kind of stuff. I get it. But what happens is we got the machine over there that can retrieve deleted text messages and stuff. So, I mean, it is what it is. But your biggest thing that hurts you is the boy that went to school with you. It looks bad because that's recorded right there. We set that piece of paper down in front of him. That's him right there. That's the one who shot my brother. I mean, we got Craig Chambliss's gun that was supposed to be traded. Got him on video getting out of the car, running down the fence road, throwing his gun down. All we had to do is watch the video. We went and picked his up. So we got his gun. Adds validity to the story. So, I mean, I'm telling you, the best thing you can do is tell your side of the story, because you got 2 other people, defendants, that are going to be in jail. First one on the bus gets the seat. You know what I'm saying? So there ain't no doubt about it. They're going to be testifying against you. Then you got the victim of the robbers, Craig Chambliss, and the boy that got killed, his brother, also pointing the finger. So he can identify you. But you go down that route that I was wrongly identified as in the carjacking, where the hell it was. But where you made a mistake is when you reached in and you unlocked the driver's door. You left your DNA on it. So we can tie you to the scene. We can put you there. We got you on camera leaving out on the bicycles with Demetrius. Because y'all passed right by the office, go to the gate. There's 32 cameras out there at Oakwood Terrace. TA, whatever anybody wants to call them. We went over there and saw your sister. She's wrecked. She tore up. Your mama, not so much. And your sister. Your sister got love for you.
Both of them do.
I'm sure. You know, mama's always going to have love for a child, but she didn't let it bother her. She was more worried about your sister getting kicked out because the police showed up over there looking for you. So she's more worried about your sister really than what's going on. And I'll tell you what else is going to really look bad is you just got outed on the 21st, and here you are charged with murder on the 28th. They're going to crucify you in the newspaper. Crucify you. They're going to make you out to be the devil. That you're some bad kid. 16 years old. Just got out of jail doing 11 and 15 or whatever it was for a carjacking. They ain't going to say that charges were dropped or whatever you did on that case. I don't know. I don't give a shit what happened in that case. But all they're going to see is he just got out after doing a year. 6 days later, he's accused of murder with another boy, juvenile. When he goes to court, they sit there and look at this. Denies it. Don't know nothing about nothing. Wasn't there. I mean, you can tell, shit, man, we've been up since 10 o'clock last night. We ain't been home. Been pulling videos. Got the videos, watched the videos. Phone records.
I mean, he just laid it all out for you. You know we're not bullshitting. It's up to you.
Co-defendants. They're going to try to cut their deal, cut your throat, so they don't go to prison for the rest of their life. I can tell you what that's what's going to happen. Because you're the one who pulled the trigger. They're trying to distance themselves for that. Man, I didn't know that motherfucker was going to shoot him. Hell yeah. Vincent had the gun, not me. I didn't know he was going to kill that boy. Yeah, he had it. He had the gun, silver and black gun. He's the one that shot him. Another thing that you screwed up on is you racked the slide and ejected a live bullet out. It's probably got your DNA on it.
So what?
When all this robbery popped off, you opened up the back driver's door, okay? Held all them at gunpoint. When his brother's telling him to smash out of there, just drive off, and you threatening to shoot him in the head or whatever, you racked the slide on the gun. When you did that, you ejected a shell out that hadn't been shot into the car. What that has, you know what DNA is? That's the sweat, it's perspiration. You pick up a phone, pick up an object, pick up a pen, and you leave skin cells. It's probably what's going to be on that bullet. When you shot that boy, you dumped another bullet out. And you shot 2 more times and you hit the side of the car. The first one went through his back, ripped through his front, and went to dash. He was dead before he made it across W Street. But you know, you've been around. You know the biggest thing is who's going to get the deal. Who's going to tell on you to save their life. It comes down to y'all ain't going to be buddies. Y'all fighting for your life now. Y'all are fighting for your life. You got juveniles sitting over there in jail fighting for their life. I don't want to spend the rest of my life in prison. You're charged with 2nd-degree murder. Penalty is maximum life prison. Natural born life. There ain't no do 30 years and get out. Natural life is natural life. You will die in prison. You want to sit there and say, I don't know nothing about nothing. I wasn't there. That's up to you. I don't give 2 fucks. I'm going home. I'm going to sleep in my bed tonight. Our case is tight. You want to roll the dice and play with your life, that's up to you. I don't give a fuck. We'll take you to jail. Me and her will go home. We've been up 24 hours. Been up since 6 o'clock yesterday morning, working another homicide. Got off at 4 o'clock, went home. Got called out at 10 o'clock for that bullshit that happened out there at Oakwood. And here we are still working. Ain't been home. Grinding all night, all day. Vincent, I ain't trying to scare you, but you know what I'm telling you is 100% truth. It's up to you whether you want to show some emotion, remorse. It's fucked up. Wasn't supposed to happen like that. It's supposed to just be a robbery. Whatever the case may be, I don't know. I wasn't there. But what's going to happen? The other boy's going to tell the story for you. And you won't be able to tell your story because you're going to be sitting behind that chair in court. All them jurors over there looking at you.
Before I say anything, I just want to say one thing.
Wait on it.
Well, now, what I don't understand, because this tends to happen happened with the last time, too. A case started, this is what's told, and then in the end, something else is told. Right? Basically, what I'm saying is, right now, what you're doing is, you're ruling it out as like it was supposed to be a robbery type stuff, but what's your reason behind that? Like, why did it have to be a robbery? Why couldn't it have been something else? Why couldn't they have been in the wrong and then something happened? Why do we have to be in the wrong? Preferably
because I don't know that, because that's only what you can tell me. What I go by is what the victim, when I say victim, the alleged robbery, the boy that survived, the white boy in the car. Two white boys, one driving, one in the front passenger seat, and Craig Chambers, whatever, Chambliss is in the back seat. So we go by what they say. Then when we work that case, that leads us over there to the other boy. He ain't never been in no trouble before. He's 17 years old. He don't want to go to jail for the rest of his life. He tries to minimize his involvement. Yeah, I was the go-between. Yeah, they see me on holding somebody else's gun on Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, wherever the fuck it was. We got a report generated about that. School resource officer saw it, whatever somebody brought to his attention. Went to his mama, her grandmother, Julia Rich, stays up in Inslee, or Lincoln Park over off Griffith. Takes it up with her. Okay, but he stays with his girl down here. So you got him thrown in the mix. Nah, it wasn't supposed to be a robbery. What it was, they were supposed to trade guns. That's what the whole thing was. They was going to trade guns. But man, I didn't want to go. Well, why didn't you want to go? Man, I just didn't want to get in the middle of that stuff. They used my phone to set it up, all this stuff. But they boosted me up. That was his words. They boosted me up to get that boy to come over here.
I never touched nobody's phone, so that's a lie. I never texted nobody, that's a lie. So
I don't doubt that. I know he set it up. He's the one that set the shit up. But what he did, he stayed over there at the L building at Tavion's house, who's on GPS. And we got the damn cameras. We know he didn't go out there with him. Thing about it is, Craig knows Dooney. Knows him. That wasn't him that come out there. These two other fuckers, they jumped the fence. They didn't come out the gate, they jumped over the wall. They hit the ground behind us. The white guy, Dalton, in the front seat, he said, man, I knew what time it was then. And I had a pistol out, silver and black. Opened up the back door, told him, give it up. You understand where I'm going with this? You got a set of people that say certain thing. This is your opportunity to come in here and say, that ain't what happened. This is what happened. But the problem is, you got folks on your side matching up the story on the other side. The boy that got shot, his people. You know what I'm saying? So it's just not us against them. It's three of y'all on this side. I have no doubt that Dooney set that shit up. He was the one that set it up for them boys to come over there. But he puts it off on y'all. Them's the two that went out there. Them's the two that went out there and met him. It's supposed to be a trade. But man, I didn't go out there with him. Well, how come you didn't go out there with him? It was going to be a robbery. And that's what they say. Give it up. That's why that boy got shot in the back, because he tried to smash out of there.
I have one more question before I go into this. Do all of us have to go down?
That's only something that you can tell me. Because right now we charge everybody. You know what I'm saying?
The reason I asked that, because Demetrius Caesar, that's my cousin. And
y'all family?
Yeah, he really had no involvement in it. So this how it went. We go to TA. I ain't know nothing about what was going on at first. So we go to TA, and they like, Vince, boom, Craig not finna come to the front, da da da. Do you want to trade the gun out with and stuff like that? And I'm like, we just gonna trade the gun? They're like, yeah. I'm like, alright, whatever. Boom. Me, I just got out, so I'm just like, I really shouldn't be getting involved in this, but they said it's just gonna be a trade, so boom. Alright, he said he on the way, da da da. So when they set it out, boom, he had me the gun out the wall. Boom. When I walked to the back side door, Craig was like, man, you know you can get in. I messaged you, you my dog, stuff like that. So boom. When I get in the car, he reached for the gun. So I put it back, and he up his, so I put on the driver. And I'm just like, man, I don't pull off, man, because he just like, I don't know how y'all do it, but in the streets, when you do something like that, that's disrespectful. Like, he tried to snatch the gun out of my hand, so I'm like, alright, boom, if you gonna shoot me, I'm gonna shoot him type stuff. What I ain't know was, until I guess, well, this is what my conclusion came to. I guess his gun didn't have no bullets in it, but that's not what I knew. So I pointed at the driver, and he still got his gun pointing at me. And he like, boy, you better chill out. I'm like, boy, yo, I better chill out. So boom, he pointed at me, and then now I'm scared. I'm just like, man, he finna kill me for real. Ain't been out nothing for 6 days. All I wanted to do was get out and not run out. I got messed up in some crazy stuff. So I'm thinking, like, I could just walk away, but it wasn't that. So I still got a gun pointed at, I think, with the driver. So I'm like, alright, boom. What we were gonna do was, well, what I was gonna do, I was gonna drive out. That's why I locked the door, grab him out, and just hold him till I got down the road. But it didn't go like that. When I did like that, boom, he locked the door back. Right down. Craig pointed his and he smashed off and I flinched and I shot on him. And then after that I was just like, it's over. I knew this was gonna come to that. But nothing I did was intentional.
What was the point of pointing the gun at the driver though? If Craig's pointing his gun at you, Craig's in the back seat, right?
Yeah.
So he's pointing at you and you pointing at the driver.
Y'all you shoot me fast enough, I might not be able to shoot you. Right. But I know for a fact I'm gonna shoot him.
Okay.
So basically what I'm saying is,
so that was your mentality, that he gets me, I'm gonna get the driver?
My mentality was, maybe he cared enough about his homeboy to not shoot me.
I got you.
And boom, he still had his pointer, so I'm like, maybe he don't care about him.
So was that the whole thing? Y'all supposed to trade guns?
It was supposed to be an actual trade, but when I got in the car, when I went to step in the car, Caesar, he didn't know what was going on. Like, I swear to you, Caesar ain't have no involvement in this. Like, he really didn't know what was going on. That's why I asked, all gotta go down, because that's gonna be on my conscience, because he just recently got out too, and he has nothing to do with it.
Caesar just got out too? For what?
I don't know, but he had went to a program initially, and then they said he incited a riot, so they sent him to county, Walton County, stuff like that.
Right.
But he ain't had nothing to do with that. No. He was at the back of the car the whole time telling me to come on, just chill, come on.
Now this is where I come at you. With you saying that, if we're going to go all in, 100, I need some stuff from you.
What you mean?
The pistol that was used in it. This is all good faith stuff.
I don't know where that pistol is. That's not my gun.
The pistol that you had?
The pistol that I had, that's not my gun. That we were supposed to, we actually used the phone to trade, that's not what it was. That's not my gun. I don't know who gun that is, but they asked me that I wanted to trade, and I was just like, alright, I'm gonna go trade it. And I probably should have asked them why didn't they want to go.
So somebody else is getting you to trade their gun, so you got all. That's your problem right there, is you got fucked up with somebody else's business.
Yeah.
And you the one left holding the trick bag. So now you in here because you trading somebody else's gun. Now we don't have that gun to corroborate your story. You got your cell phone so we can see text messages and all that shit?
I told you I ain't text nobody. I really didn't text nobody. I didn't tell nobody I was coming out there, nothing. I didn't text nobody. And when we were supposed to go out, the only thing that was supposed to happen was me, Caesar, Kalajna, we was all gonna slap box, stuff like that, because we just like to fight each other a lot. And then next thing
y'all gonna do what?
Slap box. It's like,
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Boom. The next thing you know, they're talking about trading the gun, and I'm like,
whose house were y'all at over there?
We wasn't nobody out there. We don't go nobody live out there because Tavion, his mama, she doesn't like a lot of people over there, so we don't be over there. And that's the only person we know that really stay out there. So we just be in the street, just out there, like just sitting there.
You know, the biggest problem is trying to weed through all that stuff. And problem you got is it's going to be hard for somebody else to come in here and tell your story.
Yeah.
Is it going to be the same story?
Bro, I don't
You know what I'm saying?
got to say.
Let me ask you
Right.
this. After that shit popped off, where'd y'all go?
After it popped off, we went back. Well, I was in, for the past couple of days, I've been at Avondale.
Avondale?
Yeah, with about public stuff, I've been over there. So I went back over
It's a
there.
long way to walk. How you get up there?
Then you say we rode off on bikes.
Bicycles? Yeah, it's still a long haul on a bicycle.
Yeah, since me and Caesar were little, we've been riding bicycles, walking.
I
and stuff.
understand that.
It ain't really nothing, you know. When I was in the county, I used to play ball a lot, work out a lot, so my legs, it's like,
Strong.
yeah, it's like it don't really affect me.
You know where Caesar at?
No.
You talked to him since all this shit happened?
Earlier, yeah. He was like, am I straight? I'm like, yeah.
He's on your street?
No, he was like, am I straight? I'm like, yeah.
Yes.
But he ain't got nothing to do with it, though, for real. That's one person I can
Well, he's
vouch
going to
for.
have to come in here and talk to us.
That's somebody I can vouch for, though. Like, he real deal. He got nothing to do with it. He sat at the back of the car the whole time. He was scared to move.
He was in the car,
So
too?
he sat at the back of the car. I never
He's
got
behind
in
the
the car
car.
before the boy grabbed the gun. Before he grabbed the gun, I yanked it back. I was like, well, oh no, and he up and so I up and dropped. But before, no, yeah, like I said, before I got in the car, before I even got
But
in
you
the
know it would be good for that if we had that gun? Craig's DNA would be on that gun to back your story up.
car, you know, after a gun used, people wipes it off. So, I don't know what to
That's
say.
going to hurt you.
Yeah.
So when y'all left out there, you rode to Avondale? Where'd Caesar go? He go with you and stay the night?
No, I'm gonna stay out of there. I went out there, I left from down there. I ain't even want to stay out there.
You go back home?
Nope.
I mean, I can't read your mind. I ain't guessing. I mean, if we're going to go all in and talk about this, you'd think you'd be more forthcoming.
I was just in the downtown area. The way you came and got me, I was just over there all day.
Okay.
I couldn't really sleep or nothing like that. So,
Imagine. Imagine it's a whirlwind of emotion. Wasn't expecting it. Life-changing event. Unknown. Didn't know if that boy was going to make it. When did you find out he was dead?
when I found out he was dead, it wasn't early morning. It had to be like later, like probably like around like 1 or something like that. Cause they was like something about I was scrolling down my news feed and it said something about that was my friend RPM and I was like, dang, he didn't make it.
You know, it also hurts you. Call 911. Hey, say what happened. I'm going to tell you what happened. That would probably go a long way. You say, hey man, this shit was self-defense. Boy pulled a pistol on me. I didn't have a choice. Pulled a pistol on him.
With all due respect, I'm 16. I'm not thinking.
That's right. You know, you are 16. You ain't some hardened criminal out there running the streets, been sent off to prison time and time again, in and out of jail. You're 16 years old. People make mistakes. Then that's when they should come forward and say, hey, this is what happened. But you see, the problem now is we don't have the pistol.
Yeah.
Basically, you're wanting to take it for yourself. You don't want to say where the pistol at or whose the pistol was.
I didn't know the pistol and I don't know.
Let me ask you this. How did you come to acquire the pistol?
When I came up, what's it called? They were like, Craig finna come to the wall. Boom. We gonna cut the pistol. It was in a book bag. They told me to grab it out the book bag. But they were like, Craig finna come to the wall. We finna trade. And I was like, what y'all finna trade? I'm thinking they talking about like shoes stuff. Cause when I met, I was, say, me and Craig were about 14, 15, went to PHS together. And I used to trade Craig like phones and stuff for shoes. We used to trade stuff like that. So I'm thinking it's something like that. And like we finna trade pistols, so like instantly I was just like, in my head I was like, I shouldn't be getting involved with this. I was just gone 11 months. But then he was like, it ain't nothing like that, we just finna trade, da da da. So I'm thinking, alright, I'm gonna try to walk, but then I ain't even think like, okay, why you don't want to?
Couldn't you just backed out the door at that point? Couldn't you just backed out the door at that point?
Not, I'm not saying I couldn't, but I'm not saying I could though, cause man, I known Craig since we was about 10, 11. We went like to school from 6th grade up. So I was just like,
So you've known him about 6 years.
yeah.
Y'all ain't have been crossed up before.
No, we was really like this, like.
Uh-huh.
We used to like play fight every day, go to school, said we was in the same class, all that. So I'm thinking, alright, I'm gonna go over there, boom, shake his hand, trade it up, da da da. And like, boom. So when I hopped the gate and I held it like this, like from the bottom of the gun, you know, like from where the clip I held it like this, so they didn't think I was trying to come up like, okay, wow, da da da. So when I walked to the window, I'm trying to trade through the window. He like, man, you can come around the car, you know I fought you. So I'm just like, alright, bad, then my dog, da da da. So I stepped in the car with the pistol like this. And I felt his hand on it, so I pulled it back. And boom, he did like that, and I did like that, and I was just like, boom.
Let me ask you this: what makes you like the main person? Because it's you, Dooney, and Demetrius. I mean, what made you be the one to, for lack of a better word, take charge, and you gonna be the trading man on this? When Dooney is the one that's talking to Craig, he knows Craig. He's going back and forth with him on either phone call, text message, messenger, whatever the hell it is. What makes you take over the lead role in this when...
I don't know, I guess because I'm like, out of all this, I'm going to actually really like knows Craig. Because both of them has had a problem with Craig before, like, Dooney and them, like, they really like, because, I don't know the dude, but Dooney used to get into it with his homeboy lots of that, and they like, his homeboy like your brother, so just like how I called him my brother, so like he really like used to get into it with him a lot. So I get in this season, Demetrius, since we was little, he grew up fighting him. He used to fight him on the regular. So,
but that's the issue right there is you talking about firearms at this point. It ain't a phone and a pair of shoes. You're talking about guns, and y'all don't really fuck with him like that. You know what I mean?
They don't. I do. That's what I said, like that really, like, that was my
But you're talking about guns. They don't fuck with him like that, but, I mean, you know, friends with him or whatever, but, I mean...
But, I mean, I was gone for 11 months, and a lot has changed, so I figured, alright, all the beef they had, like, it's done, like, nothing else gonna transpire. So,
You know where Craig's at? Because, I mean, at this point in the game, it's imperative to talk to Craig. I mean,
he probably out celebrating today's birthday.
Demetrius?
No, you said
I meant
Craig.
Demetrius, not Craig.
Yeah, Craig probably out celebrating today's birthday.
Yeah. I'm talking about Demetrius. Where do we find Demetrius at?
I don't know, like I said, I talked to Demetrius probably about, I talked to Demetrius a couple times, he just kept, like, asking me am I right, stuff like that. I'm like,
He got a girl?
No, he got a baby mama, but they don't mess with each other, like, they're not on good terms at all.
What about his mama? Where's she stay?
His mama don't like me like that, I ain't gonna say a lot of you.
She don't like you?
No, because when we were little, he used to sneak out of the house a lot with me and stuff, and they used to, so they moved away.
She kind of puts you off as a bad influence to
Yeah,
him?
basically, yeah. But then, like, we got kind of like close and stuff like that. But then his little brother, Demetrius, he had died and stuff like that.
From what?
He got hit by a car over off Michigan. You probably heard about it a couple years ago.
Yeah.
He got hit by a car in Michigan, stuff like that. So she really just grew antisocial. Like, she don't want people around. She don't like people around. She feels uncomfortable around. Like, so.
Can you imagine what she's going to feel like? She done lost one kid, got killed. Now her other one's looking at a murder charge.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like,
She going to, her heart, she going to die with a broken heart. She's probably blaming you for it too, because she thinks you're a bad influence. Does he stay with any other people?
I don't know. I ain't really been to see that. I've been to see about like 2 days. That's it.
You only saw him 2 days?
Yeah. He just got out.
If you had to guess, where would you see him at?
Probably around like Mayfield and stuff like that, you know, the area like down Massachusetts. Probably in that area right down.
Would he be at somebody's house in particular?
He like play basketball.
Probably playing basketball?
He'd probably be at the park or something like that. None of that was intentional. And like I said, I understand on that. Demetrius, he had nothing to do with it for like he didn't know what was going on.
I mean, I don't think he went over there with an intention to kill somebody. I really don't.
I got 5 nieces.
5 nieces?
Yeah, I really shouldn't have got involved with that. That like when I went over there, like what was going through my head, like someone was telling me something was gonna go bad. I was just like,
You know, that's called your conscience.
I was like,
Trying to guide you, telling you don't get involved with this bullshit.
I was like, man, I don't think this gonna go right. Cause he said, and he didn't say he would like when I couldn't. He didn't come by, so he said he was like waiting on somebody to come. So I was like, alright, he might bring some people on some other stuff, and right when they see us, they just might. That's what I was thinking, like, man, we might get robbed, something like that. So when like I said, when I had the ball, jumped down, I walked to the car with the window. I walked to the window with the pistol like this. He told me to get in the car and stuff. I was like, alright.
What was the purpose of coming over the fence? Instead of just walking out the gate?
Cause the gate, man, I don't know. When I was out the first time, you need a password to open up the gate. And
There's a button
unless
you push
you
to sit there and let it open.
But I don't really go through that. I ain't never went through that like more than 2 times. And that's cause I
You
honestly
see cars coming in and out of that place.
it wasn't a car coming out when I was done. Well, around this time, it wasn't a car coming out. The car didn't come out until he had got shot. The car didn't come to them, and they went the opposite way. And also never come up the wall, cause when you stand on the top stairs, you can see where they pull up at type stuff. And the car was like right there, so ain't no need to walk out the front gate, cause police be in and out of TA, and I'm like, okay, I just got out. Like, how that's gonna look if I get caught with a pistol charge out of there? So I'm like, all right, I come out, and the police see my pocket looking pretty heavy, and they choose to stop me because I'm out late, something like that. So I just like, we go over the wall, do the trade, I back over the wall, go on about my business. Like I said, it wasn't that.
Is there anything else that you can tell me about this that you think I should know that I haven't asked you?
I don't think I really do to add more to the night, like what I seen. That's all I can really do is add like to the night of what transpired and stuff.
Do you have something else to tell me that I should know about it?
I don't think it's really that like I said, we didn't to be honest, we didn't even know the majority of them was out there. Like when we came out there, we thought it was just gonna be Tavion and Biggs and Jay. That's it. Boom. Then they had left, and when they went leaving, everybody else was pulling up. So I think that probably set it off right there too, because a bunch of people get together. Like I said, they just like, we finna trade Craig. They said we finna trade Craig a gun, So I'm like, who trades guns? And I'm just like, whatever.
That's what. That right there just don't make no sense to me. You know, trade a gun. I mean, how you figure out what? I don't know. To me, it'd be, what are you trading me? Is it equal in value, or am I going to get the better deal? And then, I mean, obviously some pictures took place to see what was there to meet up. You know, if it looks like, no, I don't want that hunk of shit, no, I'm out.
From what I've seen, the gun looked pretty good.
Well, we got it. It would have been a lot better if we had yours also.
Yeah.
I mean, that's that bridge that you got to cross, you know. If you don't want to put it out there in good faith and try to, I mean, put some more stock in your story, per se, of, you know, this is what really happened. You know, I got the gun from this person, or, you know, this is what happened afterward, you know.
Like, everything I told you, that's all I know. Cause like, we left right after. Y'all, like you said, if you really saw it on the camera.
I get
we
that.
left right after, so I wouldn't know where the gun at. I wouldn't know where everybody went.
Okay, but you had the gun when you left. Is that safe to say?
Yeah.
Okay.
I dropped it right over the wall. When I went over the wall, I dropped it. I don't know if somebody picked it up, somebody didn't, but I was like, okay. Like I said, police being TA.
How far down the wall were you when you dropped it?
Right when I hopped over, I just threw it. Like, I don't know if doing it grabbed it, I don't know if somebody else grabbed it, but right when I hopped over the wall, I was like, man, I'm gonna get this out of my possession, because if he did get shot, well, since he got shot, if it wasn't a murder, it would have been attempted aggravated assault. And I was like, man, no,
So you just want to dump the gun right now?
I think, I don't know if that's the first or second bill, but by the second bill.
So y'all went farther up before y'all hopped the wall?
Like, no, the wall, same wall we hopped over. Like, right when I got over there, and I was finna grab a bike. I was like, nah, I ain't gonna take the bike. And I threw it and I just ran. And that's when I got over there. And I did grab a bike. I threw it over the gate. And me and Caesar, we left. And he was like, what happened and stuff like that. Like, and I was just like, he cried and gun and stuff. But like I said, his involvement, like Caesar didn't have an involvement in this for real. Like, but, you know, that's what y'all do.
Was Dooney out there by the wall with you? Dooney out there by the wall with you, or did he stay over at Tavion's?
I don't think he came to the wall, like as of like the wall. I don't think he was that close.
What you got? Raise your right hand. You swear in front of the statement you gave is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth.
Yes, sir.
We'll be back in just a minute.
This young man, I can't stress, wasn't home more than a week after serving 11 months at the age of 15, as we stated. And now, he would be young if he's able to get released after 25 years. It's just very unfortunate. We want to say rest in peace to the victim, loving condolences to the family. It's just very unfortunate. They was talking about firearms like it was slap boxing, not knowing the ramifications to their actions. Let me know how you guys feel about this one in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Until then, I'll catch you guys on the next one.